March Madness heats up as the era of excellence winds down. This week, we'll shovel through the snow to face a familiar foe. We'll also talk live with NFL hopeful David Bass as he prepares to be part of the NFL draft class. GSI taking off right now.
You're watching Griffon Sports Insider, presented by Spine & Sport Physical Therapy. Now, here are your hosts, Brett Esely and Ryan Menley.
Hello and welcome to Griffon Sports Insider for this, the first week of March 2013 and the end of an era for Missouri Western basketball, Brett.
It is, and what a special run and a fun ride that it was. Tom Smith's 38-year coaching career came to an end Monday night in Maryville against his school's biggest rival.
The MIAA Conference Tournament. It's not win or go home, it's win or retire for Tom Smith. This his 1,181st career game as a college head coach. There was no upset, no drama on Monday night, just a Northwest squad that came determined. The Bearcats nailed 15 three-pointers against the Griffons 2 weeks ago in Maryville. Alex Sullivan nailed 8 triples in that game. Well, this was the exact same script. The Bearcats drained 15 three-pointers again. Sullivan drained 8 three-pointers again, which ties the school record again. And the Griffons season ends with a 66-46 defeat. Smith's coaching career ends with 618 career victories. His feel-good goodbye was Saturday in the Fieldhouse. His final goodbye Monday night, more solemn, mixed with well wishes from the Bearcat faithful. GSI's Brett Esely is with the retiring coach.
Coach Smith, this one just didn't get off to a great start tonight, did it?
No, I don't think we were ever, truthfully, ever really in this game. I think the closest we got in the first half was 10-6, and I felt like we could withstand some of the pressure early in the game. We'd been okay, and I thought they looked like a team that really wanted to get to Kansas City.
You've now coached 1,181 games in your career, and this was the final time tonight. Are you ready for this? Is this okay? You in a good place?
I am. No, I'm very comfortable. I think Saturday was kind of the culmination. I can't say I wasn't ready to play tonight, and I was up for it. I was excited about it, and very excited about only having to go 40 minutes to play,
sure,
in the tournament, as opposed to going to Edmond, Oklahoma, maybe 6 hours away. So I thought all that was great. But no, I'm very comfortable with it. I look forward. I may even go down and watch some of the games in Kansas City, which I've never done before when I haven't made it. But I might go down and watch some of the games. I enjoy watching the MIAA as much as I do D1.
You know, I asked you this earlier, but I'm going to ask you again. You know, when we're sitting around 25, 30 years from now and we open the media guide and we see your name, we see Tom Smith, and we see, my goodness, that guy won a lot of games. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want people to say about you?
Well, I think I said upstairs on the radio show this, and I'd say the same thing. I was walking, into the arena tonight, and a lady and I think her daughter were going to work out in the old facility here at Northwest, and she just stopped me and she said, "I want you to know that I'm a Bearcat fan, a lifelong Bearcat fan, but I've always been a fan of Tom Smith," and I really, really appreciate that. I think that more importantly than anything else, I think I've always wanted to represent Missouri Western with class and dignity, and make sure that people, my teams, no matter what, I think many times, many years, people thought we were, maybe a bunch of outlaws, but we weren't. Our kids played with class, and our kids played hard, and our kids played with dignity, and I think I'd like to be remembered that way.
Well, Coach Smith, we're sure going to miss you, and good luck. And you're not going anywhere, are you? You're going to be around.
No, I'm going to be right here. I'm glad my wife's still working and making money.
Absolutely. Hey, that's Tom Smith. Ryan, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Brett. Smith's final home game happened last Saturday, a very memorable final game in the Fieldhouse.
So here I am with my thoughts of you.
The end of an era Saturday filled with hugs, tears, and pretty much everything in between. Alex Toluca and Fumu Pembe and Dylan France being honored on Senior Day. And then there's Tom Smith, his final game in the Fieldhouse, the last home chapter of a 38-year coaching career, his final home pregame pep talk.
And we know, I don't care what anyone says, we're as dangerous as any team in this league. Anybody. We've already shown that. All right, let's show them what we really were.
This game had a bit of everything. Griffin's flying high on Southwest Baptist, literally. Reed Mel's half-court alley-oop, Calvin Balkew should have been a Sports Center top 10. Western up 33-19 at halftime. Coach Smith says let's keep it going. Second half, more great passing. DZ Markalovic to Cedric Clinkscales, 24 points, 10 rebounds for the big fella. The entire team just overall dominating. Markalovic just takes the ball away from the purple jersey, and anytime Balkew's close, you just throw it up, and that's what happens. That's ridiculous. That is also a winner. Missouri Western finishes the regular season with a 72-58 victory and a classy way to say goodbye to Coach Smith. 618 career wins, 38 years as a head coach, 25 at Missouri Western, more than 30 players, more than 2,000 fans and friends staying to say a final home goodbye.
The win felt great to finish out with Coach Smith, get him a standing ovation, and just having a happy feeling at the end, especially being a senior. It felt amazing.
It is an emotional day, and you knew it would probably take its toll on a man that has lived, breathed, bled Missouri Western black and gold. I mean, it is. I mean, when people think of Missouri Western basketball, I mean, he's the first name that comes up.
Oh, it's tough because there's uncertainty with what's going to happen here in the future, but all good things have to come to an end, and this is a pretty good thing. And I think Coach Smith is walking out of here, leaving this place much better than when he came in.
And I will never, ever want to coach any place else.
Well, the Missouri Western women also have their sights set on the MIAA Conference Tournament. They sent their 5 seniors out in style last Saturday in the regular season home finale. Motions running high Saturday. The Griffins taking on Southwest Baptist. 5 seniors saying goodbye. Casey Klauser, Heather Howard, Brittany Griswold, Alicia Bearbell, and Callie Schoonover taking their final bows in the Fieldhouse. Schoonover brought all of Mound City with her. Griffins looking good early. Denise White the miss, but Bell there to clean it up. Western by 6 at halftime. Baptist uses a big run to take the lead in the second half, but it doesn't last. Schoonover to Heather Howard, who beats the shot clock buzzer. She had 14 points, 13 rebounds. Western by 1. They then unleash a 9-0 run to reclaim command. Bell to fellow senior Griswold, who draws the whistle, drops the shot. Western closes the regular season with a 71-64 victory. They run the record to 15-11 overall. While there's still more season to be played, an emotional goodbye for the seniors, especially for the 2 mainstays. Bell, a St. Joseph native and 3-year starter who endured 2 ACL surgeries during her career. And Schoonover, the Griffins' only 4-year senior whose entire family has sports ties to the university.
It's pretty emotional. Of all the gyms I could choose, I wouldn't choose anyone but Looney Arena, and half my hometown was here pretty much, so it's pretty emotional. Missouri Western's become my home, and I bleed black and gold now, so it's hard to leave, but you know, I'm getting old, so I gotta get out of here.
I grew up watching Missouri Western play, so it's just like a big circle. I watched my aunt, my uncles play here, and so it just feels really good to be able to end here and be around Myron Unzicker for however many years, and he's leaving this year, and watch Coach Smith play the whole time I was younger and leave when he's leaving too, so it just feels really good.
The Griffins open the conference tournament on Tuesday night at Pittsburgh State. GSI will be right back.
We're a spine and sport, and unfortunately I tore my ACL. It's unique in the way that they don't just fix the problem that you have, they fix the problem that caused the problem that you have. Fred's very knowledgeable about the entire injury and all the causes and things you can do right now to prevent it from happening in the future. The SwimX is a very unique piece of equipment, and this is the only place in St. Joe that has one. And so that was specifically why I sought Spine and Sport out. And in there you can do pretty much everything you can't do on land because you don't have your full body weight. So you're allowed to jump, you're allowed to run, you're allowed to do presses and kick your legs and do things to strengthen all your muscles that you wouldn't normally be able to do on land with all your body weight. I would recommend Spine and Sport to anybody from your average athlete to your professional athlete to someone who's just been injured in even a car wreck and needs to get healthy.
Missouri Western tennis is underway this spring. The Griffons are 0-2 on the young season, but showing promise with a young team.
How young are they?
I thought you'd never ask. Well, almost the entire lineup is made up of freshmen and sophomores. Welcome back. Tennis has the luxury to go indoors. Baseball does not.
Well, they would if they had a dome.
We don't have a dome, though. The Griffons will try to get 5 games in this week. They've moved their scheduled home games down south to Springfield.
You know, they've still yet to play a game at home, and the way things are going, we wonder if they'll ever play a home game again.
Probably not. How's life right now?
It's awesome.
Well, we're out here trying to get the 4 inches of snow off of Griffon Park in preparation for this weekend series against Truman State, hopefully.
You gotta feel like we're out here for a reason. We can play. I told Buzz all we needed the bases and the mound and, you know, maybe neon paint the balls, but nobody likes that idea.
Yeah, the fact that it's going to snow 10 inches tonight, that's you're still going through with shoveling, which is pointless.
Yeah, we got a plan. I'm not too sure what the plan is, but we got a plan.
Move snow from here and put it somewhere over there.
Even though it's going to snow another 10 inches tonight.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Well, I drew it Saturday to see if beautiful people of Missouri Western will come help us, but we're on our own here, so.
This is exactly what Griff baseball does right here. You can see nobody here has a frown on their face. They're all willing to do it. So look at him, see? Right there, he's ready and willing.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's exactly what you want to be doing.
I don't want to do anything else. I wish we could do this every day. This is so much fun. Hey, fire!
You expect to play it all this season?
Eventually, I don't know.
Well, the rumor is half the players out here from midnight to 4 in the morning. We're going to catch the snow, take it off the field, and then from 4 to 9 we're going to switch and get ready to play.
And then play tomorrow?
Yeah, game time at noon. Go Griffs.
Clausen will hold no wind to speak of. The kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good! Greg Zerline from 57 yards away.
Greg Zerline came to me before football season last year. He just had hip surgery. He tore his labrum, which is a piece of cartilage around the hip socket. And in that surgery, they also found out he had a torn quad.
I was still having problems with my leg. And, you know, I wasn't kicking the ball as far, and, you know, I'd always have pain in my leg after kicking.
No one really found the cause of the injury. They fixed the symptom. But when he came to me, we found out that his left leg, his plant leg, was really unstable. The cause of his right hip quad tear was the fact that he wasn't balanced. So we analyzed his technique and his form, and then we went to work.
Working with Fred, he helped me correct that with some of his exercises, and going to his clinic really helped me, you know, my leg to be fresh after kicking, and you know, after working with him a few times, I could tell the pain would start to go away.
We have that training, that background. We have the facilities with the pool, with our technology to really train people how to perform at the highest levels.
I've done stuff that I've never done at any other physical therapy place, and I've been to a lot of physical therapists, so, you know, it helped me, and so I think it'd be a good place to go in the future, and I'll continue to work with him whenever I'm back in town.
1 for 58 by snap. Zerline's first NFL kick is
train like the pros. He's been a great person to work with and exemplifies what we're trying to do here.
The NFL Combine was last week in Indianapolis. Former Griffon defensive end David Bass was there, one of just a handful of Division II players to earn the prestigious invite. Now the St. Louis native back in St. Joe, where he awaits his NFL fate. We're joined now by that man, David Bass. Welcome. I know this is your first time ever on GSI. I know this is the highlight of your life right now, better than the Combine, right?
Said that off air.
Oh, yeah, it's way better than the Combine.
Yeah, good.
I can imagine. That's for sure.
David, welcome, and just talk about what the last couple months has been like for you. Got awesome experience, huh?
Oh, it's truly a blessing. There's not a lot of guys who get to participate in what I've been through these last 2 months. Just getting a chance to go away and train, a new atmosphere. I was surrounded by 30 different athletes. One was Mike Hill. He joined me in training, and a lot of bigger school guys. I left a week for the East-West Shrine game. That was crazy right there. Just all the scouts, the media, the top-notch players I got a chance to go against. Then the chance to go to the Combine. That was phenomenal right there. It was an experience I'll never forget.
David, you trained for this. This is obviously a goal for you. And, for folks like us, when we're back here and we watch NFL Network and there's David Bass going through those drills, how much pressure do you feel when you're out there and going through those drills when you know the spotlight's on? Of course, the spotlight's always on when you're on the field to perform, but when it's just you going through those drills, do you feel the pressure, or is it just, I'm ready for this, I've waited for this? How do you feel when that's going on?
That's pretty much how I feel. I've been doing this for my whole life and training for it. So once I got out there, it's no looking back, no thinking, it's just go. I say you do get nervous. I'm not going to say I didn't get nervous. The walkover was extremely nervous. Standing on the field, seeing the coaches get set up, that was, nerve-wracking. And just standing in line waiting on your turn. But once they call your name, I heard David Bass, number 3, you're up, is no thinking. You just go. And just remember what they say, do the drill correctly, and give it 100% effort.
You had some drills that you were happy with. You had some drills you were disappointed with time-wise. Just talk about that. What were you happy? What were you most pleased with? Maybe what were you most disappointed with?
As far as disappointment, I set my goals extremely high. So when I don't reach them, I'm going to be a little disappointed. But however, I talk to scouts, and some love my time, some like my times. However, what I'm used to, I wasn't happy with that. So my 40, I ran on a laser 4.84. So I wasn't pleased with that, but I got reports back saying that the lowest they got me was a 4.68 and a 4.76 hand time. So that made me feel a lot better. The drill I was most pleased with was my L cone drill. And I had 7.07 in that. That's the fastest time I ever ran, so I probably won't ever run that again in my life. I'm going to leave it at that. Pleased with my broad jump. I want to do better on my vert bench. I got 20, and I got another month to a pro day, so I feel I can get, increase there.
They they prod you like a piece of meat, and then they ask you a bunch of strange questions. You go through the Wonderlic test, you go through and just some weird interviews. Give me some examples of just some crazy, strange things you were asked.
Wow. Well, before that, you have a day full of medicals. 2 days, just strictly medicals. You meet with every team doctor. But the medicals, we had to go in, we get physical. I had to give like 6 tubes of blood. So instantly, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to peak. I'm already.
That would eliminate me right there.
I'm feeling a little woozy.
Sorry. Yeah.
But as far as the interviews, I believe that's why I feel I raised my stock at my interviews, just being comfortable being myself. And you do get some off-the-wall questions. Questions just about family, false information they'll throw it at you just to see how you react. A lot of cutting you off, drug-related questions, arrest-related questions, stuff like that, just to see how, being in that situation, how you would take things. But a lot of people with clean backgrounds don't get nervous on that part, so there's no need to, break down and hurt yourself.
Somebody sitting here has a clean background, so there's no reason to get nervous on that, right?
Exactly. So, do the right things for the right reasons. Times like that, I'll be comfortable in those situations.
David, the Combine's behind you now, and as we sit here in early March, the draft is in late April. Talk about the next 6-7 weeks. What do you do from here till draft day in late April?
Pretty much I'm going to stay stationed here in St. Joseph because any team can come in on any given day and do a personal workout, and/or they can fly me out to their facility and just basically interview me, probably do more medical or just get to know me as a person. Our pro day is on the 22nd of this month, so I'm going to have to stay in shape for that. There's some drills I want to correct myself on, and then it's going to be a lot of position coaches that want to come work me out as a linebacker or a defensive end. So I got to pretty much stay in shape for that.
You talked about this being a goal from since you were young, but
This is more dream type of stuff. I mean, this doesn't happen. The fact, and whatever can still happen. You may or may not get drafted even in your combine. You know, nothing's a guarantee, although things look good right now. The fact that you're almost to this point, has that hit you yet? I mean, or you just kind of try to take it a day at a time and kind of build up to it?
I'm definitely taking it a day at a time. I don't want to put, you know, all my eggs in one basket. If I hear just see one good article, one good report where somebody say, oh, David Bass is this, and that, he has so much upside, he's going to go such and such round, or, you know, he has a bright future. At the same time, I can wake up next morning and be like, oh, this guy has, you know, stiff hips, poor, you know, athleticism. He'll be lucky if he, you know, go free agent. So it's pretty much you just got to stay humble and just keep working. Because at the end of the day, all it takes is one team. And if I can get that one team to fall in love with me and pick me up on, you know, draft day, that'll make my life.
David, this is now the part of the show that's, everybody tells me it's their favorite, and I'm sure it's going to be yours as well. This is a segment called Esely's Impromptu, where I ask you 3 questions, maybe related to football, may not be related to football. Just give me the first thing that's on your mind. Yeah, I get fan mail about this all the time. They love it, or at least that's what people tell me.
Yeah, go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We gotta go quick.
Yes, quick, of course. David, you get drafted. You play for said NFL team. Do you have a dream car that you might have the opportunity to buy maybe down the road? I'm sure you do. What's that going to be?
Numerous of dream cars.
Dream cars.
But,
okay.
you know, being in the NFL is not for long. I just want me a nice Dodge Challenger.
Okay.
Something you're not going to see every day, so I'll probably customize it just so I can be smart with my money. But if I had a dream car, there's so many to name.
Ryan Menley's Jeep.
Yeah, you can have my Jeep.
There you go.
I'll sell it to you. 50 grand. Yeah, we'll be good.
Switching gears a little bit, I'm sure you've met a lot of neat people over the last couple months, a lot of famous people. What's the best advice you've gotten over the last couple months? Probably a lot of good advice. Is there a best piece that you feel like you've gotten so far?
Hard work, faith, and consistency, and just maximize any opportunity I get to get better. So pretty much just take that with me.
And finally, other than David Bass, you're on the clock with the Chiefs. First pick, who do you take?
Wow. Put him on the spot.
Other than David Bass.
I'll take offensive tackle from Texas A&M.
He's taking Jokel. Okay, there you go. You need a good blind side.
Protect the quarterback.
You heard it here from David Bass. I love it, man. Good luck to you.
Hey, good luck to you. Thanks for stopping by.
On March
Always
22nd,
a Griffin too, by the
we can
way.
see you work out here one final time, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay, and then we'll see you on draft day.
We're gonna see.
It's
Take
going
it
to
day by day.
It's going to happen. That's David Bass, GSI. We'll be right back.
He once helped an unbalanced bull by teaching him ballet. He cured a man's foot with plantar fasciitis by playing Go Fish.
You have an 8. Go Fish.
He helped balance a man by playing darts with his eyes. He is the most helpful physical therapist in the world.
I don't always go to physical therapy, but when I do, I prefer Spine and Sport.
Stay healthy, my friends.
Okay, we're here with the Griffon softball team to talk about a new and exciting way to warm up. You know, getting ready for a game, we want to get the body warmed up three-dimensionally. So here's an exciting way to do that involves hand-eye coordination and moving in 3 dimensions. So the girls are going to get it started for us here. They got softballs. They're going to toss it back and forth. And here they go. This is a great way to have a team-building exercise as well. The girls are working together. They're communicating. They're shuffling side to side. Now when the front of this train comes back, they're going to switch it around, and when they switch it around, now they're shuffling the other way. Great way to get their hips warmed up. They're moving side to side, shuffling just like they do when they're fielding ground balls. Very important that as a softball team, they got a 2-hour game. They got to get their body warmed up and ready to go in a split second. This is a great way to have fun, work on hand-eye coordination, and to warm up three-dimensionally. It's training like the pros at Spine and Sport.
The most helpful physical therapists in the world on dodgeball.
You'll never know when 3-dimensional flexibility will come in handy. Stay healthy, my friends.
Tom Smith, not the only Missouri Western legend to be calling it a career. Longtime athletic trainer Myron Unzicker also announced his retirement last week. Myron has been at Missouri Western for 35 years. The actual official announcement came before the basketball game as Coach Smith and Myron were being honored together, and they announced it, and Myron with a great ovation. Very emotionally charged day in the field house. Why, Myron, well, he's a superstar. Everybody knows Myron.
Well, Myron is, and you know, whether you were the star of the team or the person who never got off the bench or got on the field, everyone knows Myron. Everyone wants to talk to Myron because you know what? Myron's the heart and soul of our department. Again, last of a dying breed, and you know, he's got a lot of student athletes back out on the field ready to play in his career here, and he's going to be missed.
Arguably one of the most important people in the whole staff.
He is. Myron's got a big appetite too. He can eat.
Yes.
And he doesn't look like it, but he can.
Well, let's get to dinner now. We'll see you next week for GSI. Same bat time, same bat channel. As always, folks.
Go Griffs.
Hey sports fans, I'm Major Mike Roberts of the Missouri National Guard. For centuries, Missourians just like you have volunteered to be citizen soldiers to protect and defend our country and the great state of Missouri. We are the Guard. As a member of our team, you can benefit from 100% tuition assistance, an enlistment bonus, or student loan repayment. To learn more or to join our dynamic team, please contact your Missouri National Guard recruiter.